So I think it's really important that we go ahead and get started with just talking about bending and CLR and where to get that data from, because you need to know what to model your parts to in order for them to be done correctly. So there's two ways to access it on our website, and we're on the calwestmfg.com website. And when we go down, we can actually find tube forming right here. If I expand it, there's a link right here that says official bend radius chart, CLR, centerline radius. So I can click that, and it brings me to my centerline radius. The other way you can access it is if you go up here to the Learn tab, and you'll see right here, tube radius CLR. So go ahead and click on that. So this shows you what dies we use on a day-to-day basis. It's going to show you, I have a 2-inch diameter tube, what the radius is going to be. So the radius is 6.22. I modeled on our master sketch a 6.2, and I'm actually going to go back when we get on to the next video and update that from 6.2 to 6.22. The reason why we're being so intricate about these numbers is that these numbers are actually driven from test bends and put on a CMM so that we can get an exact radius of what is actually happening in real life when the tube springs back, so that you can have the most accurate tube in real life compared to what your CAD model is. You want your CAD model to match real life as much as possible. So here we have 2-inch, we have a die that's 6.22, and just so you understand, this die is actually cut to a 6-inch radius. When it springs out, when we release it under pressure, it becomes 6.22. This is what we would consider our standard CLR for all these materials. But we also have a smaller die, which is most likely a 4.5 cut die, but when we release it, it releases to a 4.65. This is a non-standard CLR. So what I mean by standard CLR and non-standard is that if you really need something tighter, you can go with the non-standard, but really you want to stick to the standard sizes. This is like what you'd find in a textbook that would say, like, this is what you should bend the tubing to so it doesn't collapse and it's strong. Like, I would stick to almost always, 99.9% of the time, always trying to use standard CLR for everything. So you can see here we got 2-inch, 1.75 inch, 1.5 inch, 1.25, 1 inch, and 1/2 inch. Now we do have lots of other dies, and we can also get dies made. So if you need something special, just let us know. We just want to show you guys what 99% of the people are asking us for, and that's here on this chart. If anything changes or we update anything, we live keep this updated so you always have the best information. So I'm going to go back to the Learn tab. Instead of clicking on Tube Radius Chart, I'm going to click on Tube Bending Rules. So I'm just going to show you this so that we can, this is something you actually would probably want to go through just so you can understand it, but I'm going to show you in SolidWorks what we're going to be looking for. So things such as the distance of the bend from the coped end, or no features in the bend, meaning no etching, no holes, no keyholes, no nothing in the bends. They just have to be a solid bend. Design with the correct CLR, we already covered that. That's so incredibly important. We want to make sure that we design the part in the computer exactly how it's coming out in real life, and the way you're going to know that is using the tube radius chart that we just looked at. And then distance between bends. We can't have a bend going onto a bend. We need room for the clamp die to grab the tube and be able to bend it. So these are the basic rules. You can read through these in detail, but I'm actually going to go over it clearly in SolidWorks on the next video.